I have to be careful. It's quite a responsibility. Yeah. Sometimes I only have to look at a person and something unpleasant happens, especially when they've annoyed me. The result can be quite horrible.
What do you mean, horrible?
Well, we don't want you turning into a frog, do we, Rigsby?
Yeah, don't think I believe all that. You don't frighten me, mate. Go on, then, go on. Why don't you tell me to walk on? Give me the evil eye, strike me down. What's that?
10:25 to Macclesfield.
Oh. Yeah, you see, you can't do anything because you're dealing with 20th century man, mate, not some relic from the Stone Age.
All right. I'll work a miracle.
You what? What's all this then? Oh, he's got that out. Oh.
This spear belonged to my ancestors. It has considerable power.
Hey, what are you going to do, Philip?
I'm going to make something appear, but you must be very still.
Hey.
What's supposed to happen?
Nothing. Nothing's going to happen. I tell you, me.
Oh dear, I seem to have come to the wrong room. I'm terribly sorry. There must be all those little red tablets I'm taking. Excuse me.
Is it raining?
Don't think so. Do you like England, Philip?
It's all right.
What do you like best?
I think the telephone boxes. They're rather nice.
To know?
I like the swimming pools. I suppose that's because they're no crocodiles.
Do you have many crocodiles in your country, then?
Well, there's more water than land in my country and more crocodiles than people.
Do they attack you?
Of course they attack you. What do you think they do? Swim up and give you a big kiss?
What do you do?
You wrestle with them. Can you smell paint?
Oh. Hello, Rigsby. Made to the door, are we?
Yes, just giving a quick go. I was here, yes. Okay. You two never stop reading, do you?
We've got exams.
Yeah, we use our brains too much, you know.
No danger of that from you, Rigsby.
Well, yeah, so nothing wrong with my brain, mate. I passed the scholarship.
I didn't know that.
Never went, of course. We're a very poor family. My environment was against me. Never stood a chance at the interview. Not in gumboots.
What's wrong with gumboots?
Nothing. When it's raining, in the middle of a heat wave, they look rather ridiculous. So you're very poor, couldn't afford shoes, and wearing gumboots right through the year, it branded you. Especially around the back of the leg. Yes, and children can be very cruel, you know. They used to pour water in them. I spent most of the day squelching around the classroom. No, I never stood a chance. Yes, they gave my place to a kid named Porter. Yeah, his parents had money. They took him up in an aeroplane to cure his whooping cough. All I got was a walk around the gasworks. I see he's soaking up the white man's knowledge, eh? Yes, they're always criticising us, but they know where to come for a decent education, eh? Cradle of civilization, this country. Now, what part of our rich island heritage are you taking back?
I'm specialising in town and country planning.
Oh, yeah. Oh! Oh, yes. I bet there's a real demand for that in the jungle. Yeah. One thing they're crying out for is a regular dustbin collection.
Do you know what I plan to do with the jungle, Rigsby?
Yeah, what?
I'm going to tarmac it.
Tarmac it?
Well, the worst part's, what do you think?
Yeah, well, I suppose it's an idea, yes.
A masterstroke pictured it. Where there was once only the mosquito, there'll be trees growing out of black, velvet, tarmac.
Yeah, so.
There'll be fluorescent streetlights, white lines, bus shelters, litter baskets, car parks. Can you see it, Rigsby?
Should look very nice.
And of course, zebra crossings.
How very funny. You think you're very clever. You don't think I believe all that stuff last night, did you? All about magic and supernatural powers and being a god. Just because Miss Jones accidentally, in a fit of absent-mindedness, came into this room, which was pure coincidence.
Is that why you're painting the door?
Look, can't you see? He's just trying to capitalise on it. Look, I'm not superstitious, mate. Listen, I defied you last night, I defy you now. Go on, why don't you turn me into a frog? Turn me into a horrible monster.
Frog would be easier.
Shut up. Come on. No, you can't, can you? No, because it's all in the mind.
You going out?
Yes.
Thought I might go out tonight. There's a good film on at the Plaza. I had to get the clothes off in the first 10 minutes. But I suppose you thought of going yourself.
No.
Hey, we could go to the flea pit. They're showing Zulu again. Perhaps not. Have you got any ideas?
I've got a date.
Oh.
If you're on your own.
No. I could always go and see one of my birds. Trouble is, I usually go home at the weekends.
Why didn't you take Ruth to the pictures?
Ruth? Nah, she wouldn't like clothes off in the first 10 minutes. Besides, she won't come.
Why didn't you ask her? I think she likes you,
Does she? Nah, she's older than me.
but more experienced.
What, Miss Jones? She's so reserved.
You'd be surprised. We have a flower in my country. It's very remote, very inaccessible. You have to climb the mountain to see it. It only flowers once every 10 years. But when it does...
As good as that?
all I can say is, it's well worth the climb.
Hello, darling. By God, you've got a captivating smile. Could I have the pleasure of the next dance? Oh, thank you. Come in often. Can recommend the food. We've got the best smoked salmon in London. Oh, you're slimming. Oh, well. Be careful, you know, you can't go too far. Oh, you like the jacket? Got it in the King's Road. Simply had to have it. Rigsby.
You morbid sod. They'll be taking you away if you go on like this. I think it's about time I wrote to your father. Time you got back to the rug making. Hey, where's Merlin? Left you on your own, is he?
As a matter of fact, he's got a date.
A date, but he's not bringing her back here. Not even Miss Jones tormented by creaking bed springs. Very noisy, those beds, you know. You can hear them all over the house. Even when the trains are passing.
Well, it's not like that.
Look, you think he's marvellous, don't you?
I think he's interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Look, listen, mate. Look, I went right through the desert, through Italy. That's interesting. I can tell you tales that make your hair stand on end. Look, you didn't believe all that stuff last night, did you, about superstition and magic powers?
Wouldn't you?
I wasn't taking it for a minute.
He said he'd make something appear.
Not Miss Jones, that was just pure coincidence.
Getting Miss Jones up here in a nightie was more than a coincidence, it was a miracle.
You're supposed to be a medical man. You believe anything.
Look, speaking as a medical man, I know that there are a lot of things that we don't know anything about. I see miracles in the wards every day. We know so little.
You're telling me. Remember that bloke who collapsed in the basement? You examined him, pronounced life extinct. 3 hours later, he starts snoring.